Welcome, everyone. Is everyone there? Thank you for that great intro, Brian, Master to the Max, my
Hell yeah.
co-host. I really appreciate it putting it there. We have a great show this Saturday night.
Intensity.
There's a lot that's happened in entertainment, and damn it, do I have to nominate something that I'm not really thinking? I got to be fair. We're gonna include. Tommy Uyamiko. What would be worse? I was just explaining to Brian. It's something to talk about. It's fun. What would be worse is if it was just boring. It's not boring looking. It looks like it's so bad it's good type of situation. There's a lot of fun to be had of looking at people's confused faces and reactions. And even though we don't mention the mega hater on this show because this is a positive show, I actually watched part of her reaction. She kind of liked it. Old school Munster fans might actually like it.
Interesting. Well, see, that's the thing. That show was known for like being incredibly campy. So, like,
yeah, if it was in color back in the day, it would have been a different.
I imagine it would have been the same. The only thing I didn't really enjoy was Herman Munster always had a deeper voice.
Yeah, Herman, I'm not sold on.
No, he just sounds really weird. It sounds like the dude from 30 Rock. You know what I mean?
There could be some great memes that come from it. So actually, just to give you a little preview of viewers, I don't know if we're going to do a super long to the MAXX show. It depends on how the show goes. And my apologies, we forgot to send out links ahead of time. So if anyone would like to pop in, you're feel free in our Twitter DM groups to come on to the MAXX. You want to come on the show? Huh? But I know. Spoiler warning, I'm not nominating Munsters for WTF of the week.
What?
I'm actually nominating for the best of the week. Now, I don't think it's going to be the number one spot, but I think it's fun. I had fun with it. I like watching people's reactions to the trailer. It doesn't look great. I don't have delusions. No, that boy. It's actually for one of the best things in the entertainment this week. Now, the elephant in the room. Now, there's only going to be two of us to vote. How are we going to do this with just two of us if we vote?
Well,
if I vote for one and you vote for the other, it's just the chat.
We got the chat.
But I have to be fair. There was a big announcement this week in entertainment and geek culture, and it's the Ripperverse. And it has made a lot of money. Is it prolific in its content? No, I don't think so. But it makes a lot of money. It's got a lot of buzz. It's got a lot of talking about it. I can't ignore it. So I think it should probably be included in the top 5. It's at least intriguing.
No,
I don't think the content itself is that intriguing.
No, but here's what I was like explaining like to Max, like how I feel about this before the show. They're doing what we asked them to do. Like for years and years and years, we were saying, well, if you guys are just gonna sit there and bitch, you can go create something. Okay, well, there you go. Be it good, bad, or indifferent, there it is. Okay, and if you don't agree with it, you don't have to pick up a copy. It doesn't affect your day-to-day life whatsoever. So,
no,
I mean,
I'm not complaining that it exists, and
I'm just saying, like, people need to chill the fuck out about it, or excuse my language, but they need to chill out about it because it's like, first off, if it doesn't affect you like on that big of a level, then why melt down over it? You know, it just doesn't seem. I don't know.
I'm not melting down.
Well, no, I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just talking about people in general. It's like, no, just everybody chill out, man. Like, respect to the people who create. You know,
absolutely.
It's so much harder to create than it is to tear down. So it's
people might think I'm biased. And Brian, you can honestly answer for me. Do you know me? If the content's quality enough, do you think I would buy it and ignore their politics or ignore their commentary on the internet? Like if Jeremy actually created something himself too, or if the Ripperverse comic is actually really good and the character is really interesting, do you think I would support it, or do you think I would be too biased?
Well, I think Max would be the person that would support it because he's also supported previous campaigns. The reason why Max feels the way he does is because how many times have you got burned, Max?
We had the Comicsgate. I did buy a Comicsgate comic, and then it all became about funding us now without actual fulfilling and focus on the customer. I do think he has a stronger focus on the customer than Comicsgate.
Well, that's a good thing because you're learning from mistakes, you know.
But and just like the Gina Carano film, it's not comparable to what Disney Plus provides me. Yes, Disney is not a great corporation. Not a lot of companies in this world are, because you know why? Because they all employ people.
No
people
one's perfect. No one's perfect.
No. But until alternative media creates something that's not just a grift. Well, this isn't just a grift, or does something a value proposition for the consumer, and creates an actual competitive product with
actual quality content,
value to the consumer.
Yeah.
Then I was thinking about buying this comic, but I was just like, even though I like what he's saying about support, like I could go spend $30 at my local comic shop, get a couple comics that are probably better quality. And I don't support their agendas or sending a message. Hey, Jade. Hey, Christopher Barker, Degrassi, Hate and Nate. Remember to like this video.
Smash
this video.
And then when you smash the like on this one, go over to the lounge, smash it too.
Yeah, but I am not too biased as to not nominate it on this.
No, to put it up for consideration. I get it. Yeah, no,
absolutely. Now, because the quality to me is not there. It's not bad. It's a lot of dumpster fire. It's pretty good artwork. There's some inconsistencies, which I do agree with our pal Tony. He picked it up, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. There's not a consistent vibe from the main character that's supposed to front your whole universe. He looks different in every different. Like even the costume looks different.
It's one of those things you got to kind of give it time, you know.
Yeah. But
for things to develop,
I just don't see it yet. So because of that, just to prepare you, I don't think it's going to be number one for me. But Brian and Caden get the vote too. Hey, Caden, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Today, I actually feel better than I.
Good, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
It sucks that I'm missing out on a family trip tomorrow. They're going to Disney. I have to, of course, stay in my room, quarantine. But
I'm sorry, bro.
It's all. I told my dad, I was like, it's perfect timing because everything that every little event I was gonna do this week, I couldn't go because everything I'm supposed to do next week can't do. So it's just perfect timing,
Okay. Well, hope you continue to feel better.
Yeah.
I guess you could. It's not talked about, but I guess you could still get it.
That's that. My dad was saying that it's the variant that I have is the variant that's going out right now, especially, is highly contagious.
Okay.
That's why I'm I can't go anywhere.
Well, I got my other booster last month because of my parents, because I helped them out so much. So
I think what helped is because of the medicine I'm taking, also because I'm boosted and vaxxed, that it's definitely helps the immune system. Make sure you're taking the right meds and taking the right immune supplements, and take what elderberry is very helpful, and taking better cough drops helps.
Cool. Cough drops save me in a lot of times being sickly at work, especially when you have to talk to customers.
Yeah.
Whew, cough drops save you.
Especially these. I think they have methanol in them, so it helps ooze the throat.
It has what in it?
Menthol.
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 He said meth.
You said methanol. I'm like, what are you like?
I thought he just said meth.
Alcohol, racing fuel? Is that what you're talking about here? Because that's what they're
I
running.
am taking meth. I'm becoming the new nerdrotic.
Oh, that's how he gets out.
Hey,
of here.
Rhea, if you're available to pop on for a little bit, because we're gonna rate on the top 5, and I might include the Munsters.
Oh,
I was
I
God.
think
all
it's
night
fun.
last
No,
week.
it's fun. Don't be a hater, Caden. Don't be a hater. What
damn
would
it.
be worse
You
than it?
forced
I
me
was-
to actually find good stuff. Oh, I already got one, dude. It's cool. That's it. Huh.
I was talking to my mom about it, and she
I have
was
two
like,
good stories this week.
I was talking to my mom about the trailer. She was like, "Yeah, it's Rob Zombie." I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm like very concerned about things. So she's like,
I
"Yeah,
actually,
very
well, I
different."
prefer that he did this instead of like extremely dark and not fun, not campy. What if he went that way? Because he has a track record of going really
Yeah.
dark.
I mean, I'd rather him not do monsters at all, but you know,
I think he's got a gold mine here
if he's
because I think everyone's gonna want to watch it.
if he's being satirical in the way that like this is like yeah, this is just a joke, like this, funny, this is supposed to be this bad, then okay, whatever. But like kind of like say that, without because now you're getting all this like negative attention from it.
It's getting attention, free press
Yeah,
for a low budget project,
bad
Well,
press is still good press.
right? And people are going to want to watch it to see what it's all about, to really see. Maybe they'll do it to bash it or whatever.
Yeah.
See, Rhea loves it.
Boom.
Uh,
Okay, so this is my number one story of this week.
Oh, that's right.
The finale of Miss Marvel.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I
But it got 6.2 out of 10 IMDb ratings.
don't give a shit.
Well, because remember, IMDb was rated or whatever you call that, where they review bomb or whatever.
Yeah,
Mm.
I rate stuff on IMDb. Here, watch. Oh wait, never mind. Hang on. I was gonna vote on it.
Oh, Rhea says, sorry, I'm playing video games.
That's all good. Enjoy
Oh,
the
yeah,
video games.
Rhea, I'm going to plan to send your package tomorrow. I didn't get to do it today. I'm going to send that TurboGrafx, some Evercade carts for review. And then I also have like
not only that,
a Genesis Mini if you want to review that. If you want to review another mini console.
and then not only that, Max, this is the number one reason why. This is my nomination for like number one this week. We got Brie Larson back.
Captain Marvel is back. But does this compete with the Ripperverse though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know Rhea supports content creators too. She was like, yeah, I support someone creating like Ripperverse. I think she was saying on Twitter of someone creating content. Yeah. I absolutely, that gives me ultimate. I ultimately respect that.
He's putting his money where his mouth is.
Well, exactly. And like I said, he kind of they did what we told them to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is go create. So they did.
And then
so
Jeremy's gonna
hats off. Like,
hitch to that wagon.
Good
though.
job. Like seriously.
Yes.
No.
Hey, if you would be so kind is to smash the like button for positive content, because I do know we do positive content, and this show was helped created with Enosh and Brian, helped me create the show, and Brian's a co-host. But we do know when you focus on the positive, you get a fraction of the engagement. So the only way to fight the
negativity
algorithm
out there in the world, man,
is to actually like good things. That's the only way. So the only thing that's going to promote positivity is your engagement and liking the like button.
Exactly.
But see, Reyes says, I support indie creators putting ideas out there for audience to choose to support. Absolutely. So that was great. I almost forgot about that finale. Not that I didn't enjoy it, Brian, but yeah, that is definitely in the top 5. I will have to say, though, the thing that excited me the most this week is this. Hey, Nicotina.
What's up, Andre?
Andre
in the house.
I got a new hat, dude. Check it out.
Awesome. So if you want to share this, Brian, this is what I want to throw in as one of the top 5. The Prey movie images give best look yet at updated Predator design. And I think I want to read part of this article because I didn't really read.
I really like that design.
Very practical effects, less armor than we're used to seeing the Predator have. So it's not as advanced armor as the movies we've seen. Really great looking. At least, I mean, this is from the back, but new. And I love Dan Trachtenberg. I've been a Trachtenberg fan forever. He was supposed to do Halo at one point. The latest film in the Predator franchise gives the best look at the creature's updated design. And also, I don't understand this, but on Twitter, they were saying that the director, Trachtenberg, I believe, said that Prey is not a prequel.
Yeah.
Not a Predator.
Yeah.
I don't understand that comment, though. Do you have any insight there, Caden? How's he considering it not a prequel?
I don't know. I'm stumped by that.
Well, let me bring up the tweet to see. It was on. Let me see. I think I retweeted it.
Yeah, Prey will be a prequel, says director via SFX magazine.
Prey won't be a prequel. Okay. Can you find that article so we can get the quote? I don't even know if it's in here.
Apparently in the magazine.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think there's like a.
All right.
Article.
Well, new image from Prey provide a closer look at the Predator's updated design. The first Predator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, premiered back in '87, and 35 years later, the franchise is still kicking. And none of the sequels have been able to match the success of the original. And the Predator's poor critical response was thought to be the final nail in the franchise's coffin. That, of course, turned out not to be the case, with Predator 5 officially being announced in November 2021. Now, it would have been amazing if he got to do his original plan. Do you know this original plan?
What was it?
I covered this in Movie Talk before. Dan Trachtenberg was not even going to reveal in the trailer that this was a Predator movie. They weren't going to tell you about a Predator in the trailer at all. Even when you watch it, you'd find out. So that's why it was called Prey even to begin with. You were going to find out by watching the film. Sort of like Split was in the Unbreakable franchise.
Yeah.
You know how people didn't find out till they watched it? That would have been amazing. But it got leaked that's what he was doing. So that's why. But can you imagine if you saw people like, watch Prey. Watch Prey. Yeah.
Like, also reading, just like going back to the whole, it's not, I wonder if this is like the first movie in the new Predator franchise,
Well, we'll have to see the success of it. So let's read more of the article. While Predator 2, Predators, and The Predator all took place after the original film, Prey is taking a unique approach by being set 300 years before Dutch and his commandos are attacked in Central America in a Central American jungle. Despite 4 films showcasing the yacht's design, promotional material for Prey has largely avoided featuring the creature because originally that was not part of the marketing plan. There have been a few quick glimpses of the Predators in trailers and still for the movie, yet most of them have either been when it's using stealth camouflage or covered by smoke and shadows. Promotional stills featured inside an SFX magazine have finally given a clear look at the Predator's new design. Most of the image feature Amber Midthunder as Naru, the film's Comanche warrior protagonist, as she tracks and battles the Predator. The Prey magazine cover shows another glimpse of the creatures, again obscured by smoke. However, one of the images gives a clear look at the back of the Predator. Check out the 5 images below. Now, honestly, this idea for this project excites me even more than... hey, William, how's it going?
What's up, man? Just stopped in for a couple of seconds.
Oh, okay, we're talking about Prey. Are you looking forward to this project?
Yeah, working on hopefully promoting it with the studio. The ad campaign that they're using, I don't know how old you are, Max, but when 87, when Predator came out, it mirrored the promo that went on for Predator.
Okay.
You did not see a lot of the Predator. They used the star. They used Schwarzenegger, and they would use like the invisible. When you saw it moving at all, it would be the invisible. You knew you were going up against an invisible Predator, and then you knew Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it. They're doing the exact same thing here, where they're focusing mainly on her. But since we already know what a Predator looks like, you're seeing a little bit more than we would have seen in 87. But I remember.
Did you hear when I was talking earlier? The original plan for this movie was not to even let people know, the audience know, that this was a Predator movie.
Yeah, and they were really going to stand behind that, but
it got leaked, I think.
Well, no, it's not just that. It was a branding issue. You can't. The studios have done that before. You can only get to a certain point where you need to be able to brand your campaign, and that's a big brand not to include. So I'm actually glad that they went this other direction.
Oh,
I
would have loved it if they kept that original idea, and then you just like talk about how many spoilers are in movie talk right now. If you watch the movie and everyone's just like, watch Prey, why should I watch it? Just watch it. Just watch it.
That's a gamble with a whole lot of money, even for a movie like this.
Split did it. Split did it.
Split's not Predator, though. You're talking
no.
about...
But that was a surprise link to a franchise that no one knew, but until after you saw it. And that got great word of mouth. That brought Shyamalan a Ding Dong. I'm sorry, I forget how to say Shyamalan. Back into pop culture, because he was really suffering for a while after Airbender and some other flops. That brought him back. Was that word of mouth from Split?
You can use that. You can use that. For an IP that really not a lot of people know. Everybody knows Predator. And if you're getting investors to sit at a table and say, this is the way we're going to go, there's no way in hell you're going to be able to get through without using that IP brand name. There's value to that brand name that can get people going for viewership, whereas Split just didn't have that. Split, they're not saying that they're bad movies, not knocking the merit of the movies, but they didn't have anything like that could have propelled. They don't have 35 years of brand recognition of the main subject matter. So it's kind of hard to compare the two. But yeah, if I were a financier or somebody that was laying down, and if I had skin in the game to involved in Prey, and you're not using Predator at this point in the game, or at least knowledge of it, then I'm pulling my money off the table. You can get somebody else to invest in that. It's just the risk doesn't outweigh. It's not a risk reward thing. It's just you have that brand name, you use it. Now, years ago in 87, nobody knew what Predator was, so the ad campaign was different. The ad campaign was Arnold Schwarzenegger, because in 1987, he was one of the biggest movie stars out there. So that's what you use for the campaign. This time it's flipped. You use the monster and the threat of the monster and the alien more so because not a lot of people who know who she is, the actress that plays her. So she's not the draw. The Predator is. So it would have been very difficult to go that route you're saying. It would have been tough. I don't see how it would have worked, but hey, they could have risked it, but like I said, when you're dealing with other people's money, you just can't. Yeah, there's different rules,
I understand. I just love surprises like that. But I want to ask a question to everyone on the panel before we go to some more nominations for the best of the week, and that was a great one from Brian. So far, we have Prey, the first image, and some comments from the director promoting it, that it's not a prequel. I don't understand that still. Then we had Miss Marvel finale with Captain Marvel, and we have the Ripperverse comic being launched.
I have one.
Okay.
Another one. Boom. We got Thor: Love and Thunder this weekend.
That was last weekend.
No, well, we weren't here last weekend for the show.
Oh,
and I watched it on Sunday.
Thor: Love and Thunder. Okay. What do you think about that one, William?
I gave it a 5 out of 10. It was better than Ragnarok, but like I said before, that wasn't a high bar. I thought there were good elements in the movie, including Christian Bale. There are elements in the movie that could have used more time. That right there, what you got on the screen. I love Russell Crowe.
Yes,
I am a
agree.
fan. To me, there is no such thing as a bad Russell Crowe performance until now. It was painful for me to sit through
Yeah,
With the
I don't.
skirt.
No, the scarf part I laughed. That part
I laughed so hard. Oh my god! No,
I
dude,
wept for the legacy of Russell Crowe, multiple Academy Award winner, one of the
You're
great
like,
actors of this
he was
generation,
Jarrell.
and playing a character that I grew up always wondering what the on-screen confrontation with Zeus and Thor would be, because they've always been epic. And then I got this, and his voice, everything about this scene made me cringe, and I'm like, wow, I hated this scene. It obviously, I'm not going to give you spoilers. He's there for a reason, and he's there to deliver something else, which is fine. But this whole scene just made me just like, any good that the movie had done up to that point was balanced out by nonsense like this.
All the goodwill.
Yeah, the goats were hilarious. The goats made more sense in the movie than the Zeus, as far as the value. The goats brought more value than Russell Crowe's performance here, and this is a great all-time great actor. I mean, he has like 3 or 4 Academy Award winners in this movie, and he's one of them. And he made my eyes water. I'm like, dude, I don't want to get up and go to the bathroom because I don't know how long this is going to last. But the movie itself, Christian Bale, there needed to be more Christian Bale's character. His character and the reasoning behind his character was great. It wasn't the Black Panther Killmonger. I haven't seen an enemy like that that was so relatable since then. He was very relatable. He's very creepy. The action when it was there was good, but like I said, the jokes were just. This is probably the one Thor movie that didn't need all the jokes. With Ragnarok, they were distracting you from a weak plot and a bad movie. They didn't need that here. They actually had a decent story. They had the bones of a really good story. But like I said, to me, it's the best of the 4. But that ain't saying much.
Okay. To me, it's my least favorite, but I'm happy for Thor fans. What is that, Brian? Are you Superman? Are you replacing Cavill?
No,
what is
no.
What is that?
I forgot
Actually,
that was up.
I don't know if people know about this, but you Sci-Fi Center guys might actually like this next art. It is a Geekosity article.
All right, we'll just go through real quick.
Amazon Prime wants to reunite cast in Stargate reboot. That's amazing. I love Stargate.
That's not a good idea.
What?
This is true. No, here's why.
This is my good news, William.
No, here's why. Here's a problem with this. Since Stargate was released, the popularity of SG-1 eclipsed this movie. That is where the heart of the fandom, trust me, the heart of the fandom is with MacGyver playing. I
want to counteract you. I want to counteract you, William. I also love SG-1. I collected all the DVDs back in the day, but they got their time to shine. They've had so many seasons. Now, this is untapped territory to continue this story.
No, it's tapped. We tapped it. We tapped it in 94. No. We tapped it in SG-1. We tapped it. That ass has been tapped.
No, the ass is untapped. It's an untapped ass. Tap that ass.
Dude.
Where are we going? Okay, hold on. You're going to reunite a cast whose roles have already been taken over by people who
it's a different,
fandom have already connected to. I mean, James Spader's great. But I mean,
Kurt Russell and James Spader, come on.
If SG-1 had never happened, I would say, yeah, this is cool. But because
I love SG-1.
It is the core of the fandom. It's going to be, and those guys are still alive and acting.
All right, let me propose another question to you. What would be more exciting, to see SG-1 cast return yet again, or have Kurt Russell and James Spader from the movie come back? What would be more intriguing?
I would go for a new SG-1 outing before I went with this again. Like I said, this boat has left the harbor. We did this and we expanded on it. Nothing against Kurt or the immortal Kurt Russell, who he ages 1 year for every one of our 20s. Right. And James Spader is up there, but like I said, nothing against them. But if there had never been an SG-1, this would be really cool, but there was SG-1, and they are more of those characters than the two men on the screen. These guys may have been the originators, but it's like, you know, the SG1 cast took it to a height that I don't think that you can really go back around again. I mean, I don't know, man. That's a tough one, because like I said,
tough for me.
More people know. Most people became fans of the Stargate franchise through the show.
No, I
Yes.
don't. That's an opinion.
Yes.
No,
that's
lots
a
of
fact.
people.
You guys
Lots
know.
of people love the movie. Lots of people.
No. I'm not saying people hated the movie. What I'm saying is most people's introduction, because SG1 ran a long time, and it was the anchor for sci-fi channels.
Jason Momoa in one of the Stargate series.
What's up?
Wasn't Jason Momoa?
Yeah, he was in Stargate Atlanta. Or I'm sorry, Atlanta.
Yeah, I love Atlantis too.
Yeah, and I'm not, like I said, but most people, with so many episodes, you had 5 seasons of Stargate Atlantis. You had SGU, which only lasted a season, but you had Stargate SG1 that lasted for what, 9-10 seasons, and the gold. I mean, they really built on a lot of things that were introduced in the movie. But most fans now most fans have seen Stargate, the original, because obviously you go back and you watch Children of the Gods, at least directly from the original movie. Most of us have seen it, but a lot of people's introduction and connection was originally through SG1. It's just because there's so many episodes out there and it was on for so long. I just think that SG1 is such a major part of the franchise. I don't see the need to go back to the original cast at this point. I mean,
I think
Richard Dean Anderson looks just as good now as he did when they aired the last episode that he was in. He was the last time you saw him was in SGU. He was a 3-star general.
I love there's a little bit of campiness to this SG1. I would like to see their take continued. A little more serious, a little more cinematic. I would be so hyped if this happens.
It'd be cool if you did like a cameo with them in it, or you did like maybe a No Way Home type of thing, maybe to where, because obviously storyline wise, you could do something like that where the Stargate split up universe and things happen differently, where the universe that Spader and Russell end up versus the one where Dean Anderson and what's the guy who played I'm drawing a blank now, who plays him in the SG1. That would be cool. Now that I would go for, so it depends on what the story is, I guess. I won't say outright no, but if they're trying to tell a story as a continuation from them without XG1 and in the context, I don't know if that's going to take off, but it's a gamble.
Caden, Brian, did you have anything your thoughts on it?
I don't know.
Stargate.
Going back to the original cast.
I
don't care.
I watched the movie one time, and as far as the show goes,
same.
I knew about it because it was like it was on Showtime first, right? Like originally,
it was on Showtime for the first season, and then it got switched over to
Sci-Fi Channel.
They had to take all the nudity out of the series once they put it on Sci-Fi Channel.
There was just one scene.
Well, it was, and then what was it like? All the sequels, Atlantis, and
5 seasons of Atlantis, and then you had movies. You had spin-off movies. You had
The only one I didn't really like was Universe, and then some of the last few seasons were not that great.
There's a series in 2018, like Stargate Origins or something.
I liked Battlestar Galactica better.
The reboot?
The Ronald B. Moore?
Yeah.
I love that one. That was amazing. Like, it was like when I watched it, it was like that the skit that they did on Portlandia, where they just sit there and they get hooked, and then like when the show's over, they're like, "Oh, we need more," so they actually like start writing. They find some guy who lives in Portland named Ron D. Moore. And like they go over to his house and they're like, "Hey, we need you to write more Battlestar Galactica." And then they get people to come and do auditions, so they get like James Callis to come read, and Ron Moore, like the writer, is there. He's like reading for a bit part, and then they had Edward James Olmos. It was pretty funny. But like they all just got hooked on it. That's kind of how it felt when I watched that show. But I watched that over Stargate. I never really got into Stargate. It wasn't my.
How dare you, sir? All the sci-fi love with Star Trek, and then you're gonna sleep on Stargate.
Dude, I don't know.
Well, this
man.
would be perfect for someone like you that never watched the movie once and never really get into the series. Maybe want a more cinematic and some more serious tone Stargate.
It's not. That wasn't even. Listen, 1994 was 1994. Trying to recapture that is that to me that's the path to hell. Nostalgia is the path to hell sometimes. So we've moved on with SG1 and Atlantis and it made some careers for some people. I mean, Amanda Tapping shot up. Jason Momoa, that got him going as Ronan.
Also, isn't the guy that played that he also did the God of War voice? Was he in a scandal or something? Or maybe that was fake news. Teal'c? Maybe I'm I don't know if that was real or not.
I never heard of the scandal, but that, not saying it didn't happen. I never heard of it. But
okay. Well, I had something else here. I went to get Peacock for $3.99 a month, and we went to watch Jurassic World Dominion, and it wasn't on there. So I got the dates wrong. People are saying now the 25th.
Oh shit! So your little trial's gonna be gone by then?
No, it's a month.
Oh, okay. And then, I was gonna say you're gonna
but we were all ready to watch it. So my wife then put on The Sea Beast on Netflix, and it was great. It was a lot of fun, and it's definitely in my best of the week. It's the number one on Netflix right now. It's kind of like
Stranger Things. Somebody knocked out Stranger Things. Damn it!
Stranger Things was the other week, a couple weeks ago. I thought
it's old news, man. It's what Netflix.
Yeah.
That's why I wish they would go week by week, but
whatever. It's kind of like Pirates and
it'll be nice. You guys will quit bugging me about it soon.
It's kind of like How to Train Your Pirate or How to Train Your Sea Beast. Not to give spoilers. A lot of action.
Can you spoil that?
It was really fun, and it had the voices like
Carl Urban.
It has it has Carl Urban, the Butcher. So that is also in my top 5. Does anyone else have anything that should be considered? Maybe put William on top of me in the panel.
What's going on here?
And the in the view and there you go.
It's the OCD of YouTubers.
Rhea wants to know: did I watch Bob's Burgers movie on HBO? But nah.
Did you watch Bob's Burgers? Did you?
No, I didn't.
Why the hell not?
I watched I watched The Sea Beast. So
I watched the show. Sorry.
Let's vote on our number one story of the weekend. And does Caden or William? Do you have anything else?
I did send something in the private chat. If you want
okay. Yes. Hold on a second. Yeah. Let me bring this up here for consideration.
Seasoning, extra seasoning.
So, if you want to explain this, Caden,
it says, it's saying Boba Fett season 2 confirmed in Spanish poster. It's shows Mando with season 1 and season 2 already out, and now it says Book Boba Fett season 1. We already know that's already out, but then they also you see Mando season 3. It has the same thing as Book Boba Fett season 2, which says coming soon. So I wonder if that means we had something similar to this, like how we had with Tales of the Jedi when that leaked, when we learned about that like a year and a half before it was announced. So maybe they'll announce this at D23.
When is D23? What's the date for 2023?
September 9th through the 11th.
Okay. I guess it's not as like in my top 5 personally, Kate, because I kind of expected them to do Book of Boba Fett season 2. Like I never thought they wouldn't. I guess it is a surprise that they're confirming it. I think that's cool. But
it's just basically going to be the Mandalorian season 2, basically, or season 5.
Well, the Grassi though they have played Disney has consistently played this game. It's a limited series, Yeah. But they basically do in the second season if the show gets good enough numbers.
I get more Mando. That's all I see this as. I get more Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So should we should we get the voting started?
Should we get the voting? Yes, I think so.
Okay. So we'll go with our Brian and William to start it off. What they think is the number one story of the week in entertainment. And then we'll go to Kate and me.
Well, especially in our sphere of entertainment, the reveal at the end of Miss Marvel, both of them. Sorry, that's number one.
It's number one for you.
Oh, 100%.
Miss Marvel finale with Captain Marvel returning.
And
Brie Larson.
And potential of some mutagens.
Oh, that's right. Spoilers.
People's
mutants.
It's Saturday.
Potentials, So
mutants in the MCU.
Yes, that is big news, guys. So yeah, that's number one. Sorry. 100%.
Okay, William, what do you think is the number one story this week? Let me recap it for you. We have the Prey details. We have the Ripperverse. We have Miss Marvel finale with Captain Marvel. We have the Sea Beast, which I don't think anyone really saw. We had the Stargate details, but you weren't really feeling. Thor: Love and Thunder. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go with Miss Marvel as well. I think that even though they revealed what they revealed, I don't think it's going to be the event that a lot of people are thinking. I think it's going to be a methodical process. You're not just going to, jump out, next movie and see Wolverine and full claws and everything else. Right. I think there's going to be a progression that leads up to this. And I don't think the way they write their stories, I think they just intertwine them seamlessly into what's already happening. And eventually somewhere down the line, as once you've collected enough characters and they've gone through their galactic phase, which is what they're going through now with the Celestials and in the meta, they will eventually get around to that. But I've heard from a lot of people that think immediately after they saw that end credit scene, they're like, oh my goodness. I'm like, no, you probably got about 5 or 6 years, to be honest with you. If they are consistent with the way that they've told stories from the moment that they've started this whole franchise, I wouldn't expect to see what you saw there have immediate effects. It will have effects because you already have mutants in the MCU to begin with. I mean, you had one big one, with Wanda. So basically, with this acknowledgement, you're just basically tying some things together that are already there to begin with. And then I'd like to see how they wrap it up as far as bringing what's widely considered the very first mutant, which is Apocalypse. And how he ties in with Immortus, Kang, and all that. So I really think they're going to go that route to introduce the actual aspect of it. But like I said, I would be surprised if it had any immediate ramifications. But it's a big news story, but I think given that it's really a slow news week, that would be the biggest one.
All right, Caden, you're up next. What do you think is the top? What's your number one?
Well, my number one, be Miss Marvel finale. Even though the two other ones, Brian, and you haven't brought up yet, that I just remembered and sent one to the group chat that came out today, would probably be the other two that are under Miss Marvel. But
okay,
yeah,
awesome. I think we know the winner, but my vote would actually be for Prey. I think this is, and something I forgot to ask when we were covering it is, I think this is more exciting to reinvigorate a franchise more so than when Ridley Scott did Prometheus to reinvigorate the Alien franchise. Now it could fail. It might be, but I've been following this director for years. I know he cares a lot. He was a critic first. He went to school and just like
Prey is just streaming, right? It's not. Is it getting a theatrical release? Anybody know?
It's streaming. They might do theatrical small run. But I think it has a way to reinvigorate the franchise that everyone said was dead. And I will be surprised if it's bad.
The last Predator movie wasn't bad. The one with Adrian Brody, Predators, wasn't a bad movie.
Well, that wasn't the last one.
The last one I acknowledge. We're not gonna bring
Shane
that
Black.
up.
Yeah, okay. I like the Adrian Brody one. Yes. And then Degrassi was also talking about the Gray Man in a handful of things. The reason the Gray Man's not on my radar, Degrassi, is I'm gonna wait till streaming. Like, honestly, no offense, but I'm glad these Netflix have an opportunity to be in a theater like in a weekend or so in advance, but it's not really on my radar till it hits the streaming service, especially since I'm a cheap ass right now.
Why did they put that in the theaters? Is it just for Oscar consideration or something? Or why would you put
Netflix has been doing that pretty consistently with their movies.
I think they need to stop.
Big movies, they've been doing like a week or two before release.
It might attract talent, though, William. It might be what some of these directors want if they make a Netflix project.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. If I have
but then you're going to get Zack Snyder with Rebel Moon. Don't you want that to pop in for a couple weeks?
From a fan point of view, yeah, but from a business point of view, if what I'm selling is streaming, if I give you other ways to see some of my big heavy hitting stuff, aren't I taking away from? I don't know. I mean, I want your eyes focused on my main thing, which is streaming, which is viewership and subscriptions on the streaming.
I think it's a good way to court talent. I think it makes the talent happy. I think a lot of these directors want an option for their fans, even if it's not wide release, to go see in the theater. I think it's a nice thing for the directors. I'm all for it. It doesn't hurt me. I could just wait a week or two for streaming.
No, and I understand from a fan's point of view, but from a money aspect, I mean, it would be like, I don't know. It's like I said, they've had a singular focus for so long.
That's still the focus. Like a week or two. It's not like they do it in months in advance, like the other studios.
I guess you could see for The Irishman, because you had to qualify that one for the Academy. It had to be on the big screen for a certain amount of time and by a certain date. But I mean, I would be weird to see them do this more and more and more. I mean, outside of the limited. I don't want to see all their big stuff go to a big screen. Simply because
I'm fine with it in case people want to support it. Now, give people options. More options is better for me. Like, hey, Ashley, how's it going? What do you think about that Netflix plan to do short theatrical runs for some of their bigger directorial money, their movies, and giving them a chance to be in the theater for a short period of time? I think that me personally, subjectively, I think that makes the talent happy that they give the options, and it doesn't make it a long wait for me, so I'm fine.
I think it also ups the quality of the films, right? Because it's just not going to streaming. So with time, you get these bigger budget films that it'll up the ante for the quality of streaming product. So I think that the fact that they're getting these limited releases in theaters is great. And it, like, specific films, probably I'm not going to get them in my market, but I can wait for it to see it on Netflix. But I think that that's just going to elevate the budget and the quality of the film that we're getting. And
Caden put in a last moment suggestion for
this is not going. This rumor is not going away, guys.
What is it?
It's not going away.
It keeps coming up.
I like it. I want it.
I mean, I like him, but
I love the thing. I want to see him in the show, but I
want to tell you right now.
You want to see Jason? You want to see him or just the character?
Both. I'm happy with him as the character, but ultimately, if he's not the thing, I'll be happy with that too. If he makes an appearance.
No, if he's in it at all, he's my favorite
I like him,
sitcom lawyer. Okay. How I Met Your Mother is one of my favorite sitcoms, and I love Marshall Erickson. Okay, he's one of my favorite characters.
Sarah
in the whole
Marshall,
damn show.
Right?
Oh yeah, he was in.
I love that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Jason Segel's awesome, man. And like I said, How I Met Your Mother, one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite characters on that show. He played a lawyer. If he's a lawyer in this show, I'll go crazy. And if his name has something to do with that of the show, because I could care. It was Ben Grimm, a lawyer.
No.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to. Yeah. Why would you make him the Thing?
Is he rumored? Is the Thing confirmed to be in this series?
No,
it's a rumor.
He's probably not going to be. Why would they release the Thing before they got to the Fantastic Four?
Well, maybe he's not going to actually be the Thing here. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense without. it doesn't make sense.
He can be Ben Grimm already. Like
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
like,
but
it's just that like they heard like people heard the name. He's playing Ben Grimm. They'll automatically, oh, he's already gonna be the Thing. He can be Ben Grimm already, but not be the Thing yet. And then
that's what I'm thinking.
And have the movie have his second appearance, or again, this is a rumor.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. But
Oh yeah, William. And the other nomination I had was for the Munsters.
Oh, no.
after that dreadful trailer,
That trailer
It's fun.
awful.
It's
Awful.
fun.
What about Day Shift? Anybody excited to see Day
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
am looking forward to Day Shift.
Yeah.
I forgot that. Oh yeah, Day Shift is definitely. Thank you, Ashley.
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Rob Zombie. Listen, I think Rob Zombie has a lot of talent. He's a visionary. He's very creative with his own stuff. I need him to stay away from everything else. That's it.
Please.
He needs to stay away from and this is not necessarily a knock on him. He is 100% fun when when it's 1,000 corpse, when it's rejects, when it's his from front to back. He's amazing. If you're into that kind of movie, and I love those movies.
I didn't mind Halloween.
I deplored Halloween.
It was a different version. It was a different version.
But once again, here's the thing: when people come up with different versions of things, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. When certain things are in the DNA of a figure, of a character like that, you can only change it so much before it's not the character anymore, and you just might as well make another slasher movie, which he's very capable of making. But he has too much imagination, in my opinion, to be doing some of the stuff that he's done. And this one, like I was saying the other night, this looked like Trauma before Trauma got money. And Trauma didn't really ever have a lot of money throughout the entire time. So I don't know this was purposely
I think it's going to be a cult classic.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't have to be good to make money. That we've seen that. But and Rob Zombie's name's on it. A lot of people are going to watch Rob Zombie could do the Smurfs, and people are going to go see it.
It's getting more attention than if it was just an average movie without the
well, because it's attached to a classic
WTF
IP.
factor. The WTF factor. If it was just, it would fall flat. Now it actually has an opportunity to make money.
Yeah,
because people are going to be curious. They're like, I got to watch this.
This is not getting a theatrical release, is it?
I don't know.
I think it is.
No one knows. In the trailer, they just said coming soon, and they didn't it's supposedly released in September, but no one knows if it's going Netflix, Peacock, or Hulu, or wherever. But
if it's Universal, then it's going to Peacock.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly.
I
only pay $4.90. Peacock's only $4.99, so that's about what it's worth, and you're getting them, from what
Ashley, you have an addition story?
Yes, but I'm the only one that cares about Better Call Saul. But it came back.
Oh, I do.
Season premiere,
I do care.
100% rating.
Wow.
Episode 8, Point and Shoot. Vince Gilliam directed this episode. Bob Odenkirk was nominated for an Emmy. Rhea Seehorn was also nominated for Best Supporting. So how
did they both not win?
Well, he won. He didn't win last year. He won I think he only won for the first season of the series. Oh, wow. But hopeful. I don't think he's going to win this year because of what is that show? I don't even watch it. Yeah. That'll probably
I watched, but
I hope.
Wow, Succession's. I don't get.
I don't. It's not for me. It's not for me. But
I like Brian Cox. That's
I do too.
But
Better Call Saul, 100%.
Alden Ehrenreich is making a comeback. This is your best opportunity to see Solo 2 happen or a series. Nope. Why are you laughing?
Damn.
No. If he does go to another property,
I'm sorry.
If people like his character in Ironheart, if this is true, and then that gives him more relevancy, and that then they could, if an actor pops, they revisit other properties they're attached to. I'm serious. It depends on how big the role is, and if it's a good role, and if people like Alden in it,
what's funny is that I heard people call him Solo on set.
That's cute.
That's his code name on set is Solo.
That's awesome. That's cute.
So now that Ashley and DL are here, to recap, Brian said Miss Marvel season finale with Captain Marvel returning.
And the
Was his
mutation.
number one of the
And
week.
some-
Yeah, and the mutation.
and some
William
other
did 2.
stuff.
So did
I agree.
Caden. And I said Prey is my most my what? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at me? I'm serious.
Because
I'm
you're
serious.
a secret Marvel hater. It's okay.
No, I'm not. I'm like just
I'm
DC
joking with
Salt.
you, Max.
DC Salt. I'm
I
telling you.
am a
You know
fan
I'm
of
joking with
my
you.
wife's in the background. Remember when we used to watch Totally Rad Show with Dan Trachtenberg? And you know how big of fans we are of Predator? We're so looking forward to Prey. We're so looking forward to Prey.
I'm actually looking forward to Prey. I'm looking forward.
Oh
to Prey.
yeah.
I've not seen the first Predator movie.
Actually,
so.
come here.
Whoa,
for a
why?
second.
Hey,
I want to show you something. You're not
I haven't
gonna be
seen
on camera.
Aliens either. So
You're not going to be on
What?
camera.
I'm gonna do a reaction.
This
if you
image
like
popped
these
up
movies.
of
I'm gonna
the
record
Predator. Does
myself
that look
watching them
awesome?
and put them up.
Mm.
The
Classic.
Predator.
I'm going to review all the Predator movies before Prey.
hey, Skip. No,
Oh wow,
skip the last
she's
one.
not that impressed.
Please don't.
That's the
That
review
looks
it.
actually
awesome.
that's the only one I have
No,
seen.
no, no.
was the
I have to
2018.
tear
What?
the 4th foot apart.
I forgot I
have to
haven't seen
tear the
that.
4th foot apart.
I've not seen the original.
Okay,
You saw
so
I've
that
only
last
seen
one,
the
though.
one.
so
Oh my gosh.
Ashley,
Ashley.
what's your number one for the week? Lynn? What's your number one?
What's my what?
Miss Marvel.
Okay.
We talking about shows?
No, entertainment. You could say
Entertainment?
the Ripperverse is your number one of the week. Whatever. you
Oh,
wanna
I
say.
mean, wait, what? Oh, the Ripperverse. Oh, which I have no idea what that is. But I mean,
how do you not know it's going to compete with Marvel and DC?
is it? Because there are other
Okay.
comic properties
Apparently not.
tried.
If he doesn't know about it.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it's not good. It's not. It maybe in one area in one media, but across all. I mean, right now, no.
I mean, let's see what happens. But it's the only show I watched recently was Miss Marvel, and as I said, surprisingly enough, I liked a majority of it. It was a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, Miss Marvel. I
Yes.
recommend. So if I liked most of it, I think a lot of you will really like it.
Williams.
All right.
No,
I
I
loved
like
it. I loved it finale. So,
Yay.
but I'm just so hyped for Prey, and because I'm a fan of the actor, the franchise, and I think it's a cool new take, and it can actually revitalize where everyone's like, it's dead. The Predator franchise is dead. Alien franchise is dead.
I mean, there's only. I mean, the franchise can't be dead after one bad Predator.
Yeah, there's
movie.
only one really awful movie.
Yeah.
Mm.
That sucks because I liked all the Predator movies were like hitting for me, and then that freaking Shane Black garbage came out. I'm like, what in the?
That's the only one that I thought, are they all like this?
No.
No, they're not. They're not.
I was like, he like it looked like he had dreads, and it's just like,
I mean, that's how the Predator looks, but
Yeah,
I know, but
it
like
just-
he just looked like a
it was a bad
Jamaican
Power Rangers
alien.
Oh,
episode.
Donovan Martin says gun smashing Grace made my week. Calling out Grace Randolph.
She's been crazy.
Hey, you know what though?
She hates
Okay.
Marvel now because all her scoops didn't happen.
I read that, right? And listen, I'm not one way or another with Grace Randolph, and I think James Gunn is great. But when it comes to the subject of what is successful or not on HBO, who knows? Because they present the numbers however they want to. Because I know
They don't
more people.
record
Yeah, I know more
You could
people.
spin it either
until
way.
recently.
Exactly.
You could
Until
downplay it.
recently.
You could downplay it, or you can, overhype the numbers.
Yeah, if they want to change the trajectory of their conversation from like a Zack Snyder's Justice League and validate their decision making, they can say Suicide Squad. And once you put something on streaming, and Peacemaker are the greatest thing since sliced bread, and that may or may not be true. We don't have Samba's not going to. That's not enough.
Yep.
But then if they want to bury something, and they can go ahead and bury it like they did with Justice League. Now that's an advantage if you're a streamer, and that's why when I hear things about Batgirl and Blue Beetle and stuff like that going to theatrical release, they're putting their asses on the line in a way that they would not be doing so on streaming. Because if success on streaming is subjective. Success and failure in the box office is not. When you lose money in the box office, you don't make money. You cannot bury that. You cannot repackage that. Somebody's getting fired or somebody's not getting another chance. So that's why when all these things were coming up that DC was doing, like, oh, Blue Beetle, okay, that's a joke, but it's on streaming, nothing to lose. All right, Batgirl, that's a joke, it's on streaming, nobody, they can push it or bury it as much as they want to. If it doesn't work out, they can distract us with something else on HBO Max. So she's not. I don't think she put it in the proper context, obviously, but she's not 100% wrong when it comes to, until we get some better reporting that can't be manipulated. There's no one here can tell us how big a success or not Peacemaker is. That's legit.
Yeah, and I would like to add that they've just eaten, Nelson ratings are very helpful with that streaming stuff a bit, and they just now started being involved with Nelson ratings. So I think that while she is very, like, maybe she didn't word it right, she, again, with what William's saying, she has a point when it comes there, because Samba, like, their ratings, how much, like, you really can't trust those reportings. And Nielsen, has a history, with television and in the streaming, that their ratings are a lot more. You can confirm that and believe what you're getting with those reports, supposed to others.
And when it comes to Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad, whether I like them both or not, I'm going to lean slightly towards the fact that it may not be as big as they're telling you, simply because you had just months before, you had a box office movie that you put out, and its biggest problem wasn't the story, wasn't the actors or anything involved. It had the Shazam effect. Its biggest problem is that it was a Suicide Squad unattached from anything else, full of people that no one knew who they were as far as their characters goes. No one. I took 100 and some odd people to that, gave away tons of stuff, rubber hammers, all kinds of stuff, and I got nothing but, who is this? Peter Capaldi, Academy Award winner, Doctor Who. Who the hell is he playing? No one knew that. And it's the same thing with Shazam, the same thing with a lot of these things. So if somebody were to come in and tell me that Peacemaker did okay and it was a critical success, because whether you like it or not has nothing to do with numbers, there's really nothing to combat that if somebody said that those numbers might be inflated, or that it might have done decent, or that it might have done even less than decent. There's no one, given the fact that it was unknown IPs, it was unattached to anything that would have given it momentum, both of them, you could make a good argument that the other way as much as you can for one, until you see raw numbers, numbers.
I think
that are not manipulated by them.
Was more of a reaction to Grace as a overall, because she has said things that spout bullshit about James Gunn's projects before. She has spout bullshit about other projects, and he has.
That is true.
I understand, but in the context of this subject itself,
in general, that Grace Randall spouts bullshit. It's just another day.
Take her name off of it, though. Take her name off of it and put Caden's name.
But
Caden would have called in the question.
But the person that was asking him the question was saying, "Is Grace right about this?" It wasn't saying, "Is this?" It was talking about Grace in general. He was talking about asking about Grace. He wasn't asking about specific things of what Grace said. He was talking about, is Grace.
This is awesome.
Right.
This is on Twitter. This is a billboard announcement for Resident Evil.
Ooh, that is cool looking.
That's an
That's
advertisement.
weird. Ooh, it's nasty.
That's so awesome.
Don't be tricked. Don't be tricked.
Hey, I'm looking forward to Resident Evil.
I'm not watching that. That was gross.
Oh,
why? You like horror movies?
Yeah,
but the Resident Evil films suck.
Yeah, they don't have a history of being good.
Come on, props to that advertising though. That's really decent.
They've done that. They've done that with a couple of different ones too. They've used that same thing for a couple of different ones.
Ew.
Did anyone see Welcome to Reboot City?
So number two,
Welcome to Raccoon City.
It was okay.
Oh, okay.
Number two,
not seen any Resident Evil movie.
Okay. Brian's trying to keep us on track. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. Number two, I don't know. I'll throw Max a bone here. Prey.
You know, I'm Prey. I'm Prey all the way.
We got to pray just to make it today.
Yeah.
MC Hammer.
So that's 4 for Prey. William, I don't know where
nobody got that reference.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, I did.
Ashley once again showing her age.
I'm what?
Quit. Oh, dude.
I think crazy.
How old do you think I am? Oh my god.
Is that your number 2 though, William? Caden?
Meaning?
What do you think?
Prey would be my number 2.
Caden?
My number 2 would be Alden Ehrenreich joining Ironheart.
Okay. I mean, I'm happy about it. It's just like, okay. He's he had more active career before Solo, and then after he hasn't really done much. So I'm glad. I'm not making fun of him or anything. I'm just like he hasn't really gotten opportunities after that. So I'm happy he's got another opportunity. I'm more excited for Ironheart than Aaron being in Ironheart. But yeah, that's cool. So we pray is number 2. Prey is number 9.
No, I'm saying Better Call Saul.
Oh, Better Call Saul. Okay. Well, Prey still wins. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I said
Ms. Marvel, Prey, number 3. Let's ladies' choice for number 3. Go ahead.
What was the options again?
Well, you could do Better Call Saul again if you like for number 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Better Call Saul because it's the best show on television. It's top.
I wish it was on my radar. It was just on my radar. I just haven't watched it yet. That's the only reason.
Whenever you get time, it'll always be there for you.
There's lots of seasons to catch up on.
There's 6 seasons. You were on the
Don't pressure me like I pressure Brian.
No, I'm not. I'm saying it'll be there for you.
You need to watch Stranger Things. You need to watch The Boys.
Yes, I would happily watch that show now, Ashley.
Stranger Things, baby.
Yeah. That's what I say. It'll be there for you when you're ready.
Caden, what's your number 3?
Number 3, what was the others again?
Well, Saggy, I want to watch Resident Evil Netflix MAXX. That wasn't me. Did you see that billboard? That billboard was fire. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Caden.
It's scary. Messy.
What was left was the Ripperverse. Also, why is everyone laughing?
Because you just crack me up when you're like,
well, I'm not gonna
with your shade. With your shade, I love
I'm not throwing shade.
Can someone send me a link to,
you're not.
It's profitable. I don't think it's as relevant as they think it is for the like. I always say, I don't care what your politics, how you act. If you deliver a good product, I'm a paying customer. I actually remove the art from the artist. If Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, my number 1 nemesis, me and him are like Batman and Joker almost. If he comes out and he makes a Geeks and Gamers film and it's fire, I will go and buy the ticket. I don't care. As long as you deliver good product, I'm a consumer. As long as it's a value proposition for the consumer too. I'm not paying more than Hollywood just because you're upset with Hollywood. I don't give a shit. I will pay my ticket if it's a quality product and it's comparable to what I'm getting. Disney Plus. I hate Disney. Disney Plus is $9 a month right now. It delivers way more product than there's no comparison. So that's the only reason for me. It's just like, but you made his money. Congrats. So yeah, people are excited about it.
Can I ask, or who's Batman and who's the Joker in this scenario?
I'm Batman.
Okay.
Are you now?
Yes, I love Batman.
No, my thing about it is
cool.
You got to support the independent content creator. I mean, if it's not your cup of tea, you don't have to drink out of it.
I considered buying it, and then I was like, nah, $30 I could spend a lot better places. That's all.
You know.
You could buy my friend's comic. You could get all 3 of his issues for $30.
That's awesome. What's your friend's comic? I don't know.
Micro Wars. I'll send you a link.
All right, cool.
Wait, the Ripperverse costs $30?
What's a 100-page comic?
So it's like a graphic novel, essentially.
Okay. It can't be a lot of. Did he make? What was his profit margin on that? Did they bring that up, or because I only got.
I know they raised like $1.5 million or something.
No, it's almost $2 million now.
Yeah.
Hey man,
that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
No, good shit.
You made an investment and it turned out okay.
But the other thing that was on my radar was the Sea Beast that I watched on Netflix. Great animated film, great quality, special effects. It was a lot of fun. I don't want to give spoilers, but just think of How to Train Your Dragon mixed with Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a lot of fun. Cool. And it has Carl Urban as the voice of one of the main characters, the Butcher, from The Boys. And it was great.
Which I still have not seen yet.
I think it was. I haven't seen Lightyear, but I think it was probably I'm suspecting that it's probably more enjoyable than Lightyear. Honestly, it seems like more fun.
Yeah.
Minions Rise of Gru
Okay.
is
Oh,
more
no!
enjoyable than Lightyear.
Oh, that's saying something.
But
But it's
I'm sorry, I got
Lightyear's a
sidetracked.
better film, but yeah,
I messed this up on number 3. What's the recap?
Okay, so
Ashley. Okay.
oh, number 3. So what are we on number 3? Who voted? I don't even know because I was listening
You
to
did
you.
for Saul, Caden. I was talking to Caden and I sidetracked us. I'm sorry, Caden.
Caden.
I forgot what I was.
Vote for Saul. Vote for Saul.
Did you say Alden or did you say
Well,
the
I said my
thing?
number 1 was Miss Marvel. My number 2 is Alden. My number 3, I'll go with Jason Segel being in She-Hulk.
Okay. Brian?
I haven't watched it yet, but I appreciate Ashley's cell job so good. I might actually watch Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Yay! You should
William?
watch it.
What were my options again? Because I think I ran out of appeal for some of these. But
The Sea Beasts, Better
No.
Call Saul,
Yeah.
Jason Segel maybe being in the thing for
probably not
She-Hulk.
true. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Alden.
Ripperverse, Alden
Ripperverse.
Ehrenreich. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Okay, I'll go with that one. Simple because I don't know why people think that guy's career was going to suffer because of Solo. He wasn't why the movie didn't do well. The movie shouldn't have been made. That's not his fault. So I don't think that one way or another. Now I don't think this is going to lead to another Solo film either. I think it's a job. He took it, and that's pretty much it. That movie didn't do well. Simple because of where it was at and the fact that, like I said, it was a bad concept to begin with. I mean,
I forgot something else. The Rings of Power trailer this week.
Didn't even watch it.
You said Game of Thrones? What?
No.
Haha.
Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power.
What is Game of Thrones?
Grown man's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, what's Lord of the Rings?
All right. Well, DL, what's your pick? Day Shift trailer. Yeah, that's right. Ashley did say that too. Day Shift trailer was awesome. Will Wallace's Day Shift and Rings trailer.
Okay.
Or the Munsters.
Monsters is at the very bottom.
That should be the WTF.
Like the WTF. Yeah.
Telegraph that one.
The only two things I really care about is who's the thing again? Jason Segel. Maybe rumored. I'm very apprehensive on that casting, but I am going to be keeping my eyes open on that to see how they utilize him if he's going to be in She-Hulk, which I will take that with a grain of salt.
You won't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
maybe we don't know.
But Caden's my source. Caden's my source.
I mean, Caden.
That's great.
Yeah, but it does make. I mean, it keeps coming up and like since
the
rumor, it goes away and it comes back and it goes away.
Right now, I think
but it is a rumor.
Yeah, because before I took it as a grain of salt. Now I'm taking a little more weight than before because it's coming from people that I kind of trust.
Like Mephisto.
Oh God!
Oh God!
Why'd you say that name?
Mephisto was because of was theorizing. It wasn't like someone said that Mephisto was there.
Well, to help, I'm going to go with Better Call Saul. I don't know if DL answered yet because even though I don't watch it yet, it really is cool to hear that it got that rating. Also, the main actor were coming back from a serious health
on set.
Yeah, he almost passed.
Yes.
Very close to becoming a different story scenario of him passing on set. Yeah, and it being well received. This is a season finale or series finale?
The series finale.
And that it's over now?
Yeah, it will be over.
Wow, where did that time go?
5 more episodes left.
And people were loving it. So that's
Breaking Bad's been off the air that long? Because that came on right after Breaking Bad ended, right?
Yes, it did. Well, a few years after El Camino, then Better Call Saul started. And we're also getting, Bryan Cranston, he's coming back this season. Carol Burnett's she's coming out of retirement to be on this show because it's her favorite show.
Carol Burnett. Wow, she's been
Yes.
around forever, dude.
She's retired and came out of retirement because she loves the show that much. I'm telling you.
Should be
And
dealing
Vince
meth.
Gilliam, they're just
So did you vote or what did you?
sorry. I
Wait,
can't stop campaigning for it.
We're still on me. Like I said, I don't know how this voting scale works. Give me Prey. That's probably the one thing I care about the most of all the categories I guess you guys talked about. Did you guys forget? Nope is coming out this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yes. I mean, nope. Yeah.
Yes. I'm excited for that.
All right.
But yeah, give me Prey. That's my top
Well,
one.
it's already number 2. So number 3 would be like Better Call Saul.
Yay for Nope.
Oh, cool. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I
Got
watched
the
the trailer.
merch.
I'm interested in Nope now because it's
Got
not
about
just
100
horror.
of these things.
It's sci-fi now, right? It's supposed to
Yeah,
be
it's
like
sci-fi thriller. It's alien
yeah.
abduction, alien stuff.
Are you
It's,
hosting? You got an event for it?
yeah, this Tuesday we're doing an advanced screening. I just did a live stream where we were giving away tickets and posters and stuff. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, we got, like I said, I got a bunch of these, and which is hilarious because, like I said, the last time we did this was for Black Mask, and we got kid-size shirts for a movie about a child killer, which I thought was off taste. But this one's kind of cool.
Yeah.
This one
awesome,
advertises their ranch because it's about ranchers. It's about ranchers that take over for their dad, and they have to prove that they're getting all these weirdos together to prove the fact that there's aliens that are preying on their cattle and their livestock and changing everything. It looks good. Like I said, he can make up for the last 5 minutes of us with this movie if it's really good.
Yeah, I hope so
Yeah.
because
Yeah, that was
Us was good until it wasn't.
yeah.
and it was out of nowhere. It's like 10 Cloverfield. 10 Cloverfield
Yeah.
was great until that last 10 minutes. It's like, wow, we just got on the mystery machine. And where's Shaggy?
I was like,
Where's,
it's like
I'm
Us.
tell-
I was like into it, and then all of a sudden I went
yeah.
like my whole face
Like,
like
what?
twisted up. Like,
I'm
what?
telling you,
landing.
the Munsters is going to be the next Morbin time.
No, it's
So it's gonna
next
be
Rocky Horror.
trash.
Morbin time.
Hey, it's profitable trash. One man's trash is somebody
I'm
else's
putting
profit.
I'm putting Morbius to return in the Munsters.
For a movie as mediocre as Morbid, it stays in the conversation. And
Yeah.
it made its money.
It's going to be that vibe. It's going to be that in the room with Tommy Wiseau type
Yeah.
vibe. I feel it.
Donovan Martin brings up a good point. Yeah, Morbius is screening at San Diego again.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
It's
wow!
a film that will never die. It's
They
like
just can't let it go.
It is a
going
vampire.
and going.
It is
Hey,
a
that
if
where
you only
Isaac is?
spend
Is that
$75
right?
million on a movie, you don't. There's not a lot of room to fail. I'm sorry. If it's about money and profits and people keeping their job from increasing the bank accounts, math always wins.
it made its money back, but it.
All right, so let's get to number 4. Number 4. I would say the Sea Beast. That was a lot of fun, unexpected, movie quality animation on Netflix. It was very. Yeah, I think if this was re-released in theaters, people would be talking about it. It's that good. It's fun. A lot of action. Cool stuff for kids.
What's it called
Funny.
again?
The Sea Beast. It's on Netflix right now. It's number 1.
I only go to Netflix unless I'm watching something. That's why I was.
And
looking
it's
at
got
it.
some of those vibes from How to Train Your Dragon
Damn,
and a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean type vibe.
I might leave the stream to go right now. I don't. This is sounding so compelling.
Oh, come on, William. What's your number 4?
that's
Okay.
sarcasm.
Okay. Yeah, all that sarcastic take. So what's your number 4?
You don't even like animated films.
Ripperverse?
Yeah, sure, Ripperverse.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Like I said, my level of connection to some of these things.
What is RJ? What is RJ talking about? Who cares about damn Sea Beast? You didn't even see. It's number 1 on Netflix right now. It's trending.
Well, what else got released?
I'm
Everything
looking
is
at the
number 1
trailer
on
right
Netflix.
now.
Yeah.
It looks
It
cute.
is Carl Urban. Everyone loves
It is
Carl
a
Urban.
revolving list of number 1s on Netflix. That means
I'm about to
nothing.
say 5 minutes from now there'll be another one. But hey,
Bro,
so I got to ask you
bro,
something about
haters.
this, Matt.
The Sea
Matt,
Beast.
are the 3Ds in there in the Sea Beast?
3Ds.
Does it meet the 3Ds requirements?
What's that?
Death, dismemberment, and destruction. Is there any of that in there?
I thought you were. I was worried about what the 3Ds
Death,
was.
dismemberment,
I'm
destruction.
not
That was
sure.
been too.
Yeah,
Nothing?
all
No
of
D?
them, all
Nothing?
of them.
Nothing?
All the
Pass.
D's. All the D's.
Pass.
All the
Deadly-
Ds.
All
All
the
the
D's.
Deadly
Ds.
Death
If I
Trap.
watch this and
All
there's no
the
violence,
Ds.
I'm
Even a big,
campaigning against the
big,
channel.
huge
Triple
Katie.
D, baby.
Kaden, thank you for voting for Sea Beast. I really appreciate it, Kaden.
Okay, no.
No? No one's really?
I'm gonna
Oh, wow.
vote for it.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
pity
looked at
vote
the
for it.
trailer.
If you
I
have
just watched the
kids-
trailer.
Yeah, if you have kids in your family, it's a lot of fun.
I
The
mean,
little
I'll
blue
give it a
animal
watch.
looks cute.
I'll
The
give it a
little
watch.
blue thing looks good.
Little
Looks very
blue thing?
cute.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the little girl with the curly hair. She's
All
so
right,
cute.
Brian. Are you thinking Arby's? Is that Arby's?
No, this is Jack in the Box.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
dang.
I definitely like you next one.
RJ, you're here to vote for
Your
number
list
4.
is so bad.
What do you? What do you?
Nice.
Listen, you can't paint from the peanut gallery and be in the sideline saying, "Oh, it's hot in my room to stream," and then I come in at the end and say, "Yo, this list sucks." No, you had. Come on, RJ. What's your list?
Number
What's your
1 is
number
great.
4 then?
Number 2 is good. And number 3 is good.
What's your number 4 then, RJ?
Wait, well, what was the list again?
I
Oh,
don't
God
understand the clue.
So far, it's Miss
Oh, okay.
Marvel's number 1.
Okay, I agree with
So,
that.
Prey's number
Marvel.
2.
Why is Prey number 2? Nothing came out about Prey.
Listen to
There's
the rest
new-
of the
new-
list, though.
There's a new quote from Dan Trachtenberg about how it's not a prequel. That's intriguing.
Wait,
And
is that
That's
a
your best
prequel?
news story of the
And
week?
there's new images of the Predator that's less armor, less technology that looks freaking legit. And it's Dan Trachtenberg.
No,
Okay.
get that out.
Story-
Get that out of there. Get that out of there.
Hey, no, you keep it right where it is. You keep
RJ,
it right where
Here's
it
what
is.
I would do. I would do
Or
Miss
the
Marvel.
Ripperverse.
I would do Miss Marvel. I would do San Diego Comic-Con leaks. Even if they're not real, they're interesting and fun to talk
They're
about, and they create the
fake.
buzz. And I would make number 2 the hype for Comic-Con. That's what I would make number 2.
The
Okay.
hype.
Okay.
The hype for
I
Comic-Con.
think-
the conversation around it.
I
right?
think
I'm
there's
sorry.
hype that it's back, but I don't think there's any
I
hype
love
for
my
now.
Dude,
superhero
we're literally
stuff, but
about
there's
to talking about
more
rumors for Comic-Con.
than
What are you talking
superhero
about?
stuff. There's more than superhero stuff to talk
No, I
about.
do agree with that. I do agree with that.
You know,
Okay,
high
well, that's
quality
your number 4 is
television, well
Comic-Con?
written shows with character driven, well directed shows, Emmy nominated actors. Who
I would say
were
the Emmys.
in-
I'd say the Emmy
when it
nomination
comes
should be
to
in the top
Better Call
5.
Saul, like that show and it being 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes for episode 8. I mean, that's why for me it was. That's why that's number 3 in my opinion. Because of
Alright,
all those
I'm,
things
I'm
combined.
fine with that. I mean, but the Sea Beast King, like, what are we doing here, Max?
Did you watch it?
Not
Did
No
you
one
watch the
here
trailer?
watched it.
Nobody.
It's number 1 on Netflix. It's got
I
Carl
don't
Urban.
watch Netflix.
Do you
I don't
like
have
How to
Netflix
Train
on my
Your
TV.
Dragon? Do you like
I have
Pirates
it,
and
man.
Pirates of the Caribbean? Don't be sleeping on the Sea Beast.
Don't be
The
sleeping
what?
on the sea beast.
Don't be sleeping on the
Oh,
Sea
yeah.
Beast.
What about Day Shift?
Okay.
Does anybody think Day
Day
Shift?
Shift.
trailer-
Day Shift trailer was fire.
Why did the
What do
sea
you all
beast
think about the Day
name
Shift?
for like?
You're all hating now. You're all gonna go. You're all
What
gonna
about
go
the
check
boy?
out
What
Sea
about the
Beast.
boys? Spin-off
Oh, the
being
the
revealed?
prequel.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gen V. Gen V.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
The
like that you
prequel?
said Comic Con's back.
It's not a
Comic-Con.
prequel.
No,
I
it's
don't know.
not.
I didn't mean prequel. I meant spin
Well,
off.
that's what I would do. I would do
It's
Miss Marvel. I would do the
season
Emmy
3
nominations. I would do Comic-Con hype. The boys spin-off Gen V, and then I would do number 5. What did I do is number 5.
slow news week, man.
It is a slow news week. That is true. I would do
Well, you can only pick one for number 4.
Yeah,
So
we're
the
on
Comic Con
number
hype,
yeah,
Huh?
I guess. I mean,
or,
I gotta say,
or the Boys spin-off Gen V. What do you think?
Make
guess
that your
Gen
5.
V. Oh,
Okay.
no, number 5 should be Barney. I think number 5 should
Well,
be
we're on
Daniel
number
Oh,
Day-Lewis.
4.
yeah.
We're on number 4.
Wait.
What about the
I'm-
Munsters?
I'm so confused now.
RJ doesn't know how the list works.
Okay, we're on number 4.
I don't know
We're
how to
voting for
list
number 4. Everybody is people nominate what their number 4 is, and then we will vote accordingly.
We're gonna.
I
go
know.
on.
How many
Is that what
times
it
have we
is?
played
I'll
this?
start. I'll start with number 4.
Brian, please
Played this
start.
before.
Brian, start.
I'm gonna
please.
vote. I'm gonna vote for the Ripperverse for number 4
Okay.
because that is a really big story and it does
Yes.
involve a lot of stuff that we deal with and a lot
A
of
lot of
things.
fandom, yeah.
And like I said, they're doing what we told them to do, which was
Exactly.
create.
All right.
Put
So-
their money where their mouth is.
Exactly. So regardless of the message or where you think it's coming from or how it's coming from, if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it, you know, and you can always support independent creators that you know believe in all sorts of different levels. So I'm just saying, like, like I said, it's very important to our general sphere because it's been talked about multiple times.
Even critics of the Phantom
And-
Medicine stuff are excited about it.
And I'm not trying to dunk on anybody. I think this is positive. This is actually good news. So
Yeah. Okay.
William.
The James Gunn comments from Grace Randolph.
All right.
Oh, actually, that is kind of good too.
That I
was
mean,
a-
it's a good one. It was pretty.
That's fair. You know, dunking on
We should pull it up.
the grifters on.
No,
yeah. How do you
Grace.
feel about that, Max?
What did he say? What was the exact quote? He was like,
She's a
he
big
said,
girl.
The sun
She
will
can take
shine.
it. She
He said-
she dunks on other people.
She
too.
actually can't though because she got so mad at the Birds of Prey director that she crapped all over the movie and dragged her for months. And then
Well,
with James Gunn, she refused to even
some-
cover Peacemaker.
Did she actually refuse it?
She actually
was it on
refused to cover. She actually refused
Did
to
she
cover
say I
Peacemaker.
refuse? Did she say I refuse?
She said
or
I
she was on the-
refuse, and the reason she refused to cover Peacemaker is because James Gunn said Bane won't be in the show and that she was lying.
Yeah, whenever she gets something
She
wrong,
actually said I refuse to cover.
Yeah,
Peacemaker.
she
Yeah.
literally said I refused
Well, that's
to cover
lame.
Peacemaker.
That's lame.
she got mad. Well, she's like on her live reaction stream for Miss Marvel. She's like, I'm excited, but I'm mad that Kamala's a mutant because she's not what. And we all know because she didn't get that she was a Jinn, right? The whole thing.
And what I think about all the stuff she said about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse
Well,
of Madness
right.
because all her scoops didn't pan out.
My number 4 Sea Beast, Caden, Ashley, DL, RJ.
Caden, what is yours?
My
So,
number 4
I'll
is
go left.
Comic-Con hype.
What is it?
Comic-Con hype.
Okay. DL,
What
Sea
was it?
Beast.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if I give it
You're
a
not.
4.
Comic Con
no, I am.
hype. Ripperverse. Brian did the Ripperverse.
Let's go with.
Or Grace Randolph dunking on Grace.
I didn't even watch it, but let's go with Comic Con.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with that. I'll check out whatever the Ripperverse is, whatever that is. I'll do some research on that. But
I just wish we could just clip out Max saying the Ripperverse because he makes me laugh how he says it.
The Ripperverse. Are you excited about
the
that?
Ripperverse, the
Ripper.
Ripperverse.
The Ripper.
Okay.
Young Ripper. He doesn't like multiverses, but he called his comic book a verse.
Well, maybe it's going to be different from a multiverse. What he defines as a verse will be different from what we define a verse.
All right.
He's going
You
to
Ripper-
change
okay,
the genre,
Ripper Show.
man.
Okay,
He's going to
Ripper Show.
change it. He's going to change the way we look at verses.
All right, Ashley, did you pick Sea Beast? Ripperverse? Comic Con?
Let's go. As much as I want to say, the trailer was cute, Max, but I think I'm really gonna have to go with Comic Con.
Okay. That was a good call, RJ. Coming in, saying Comic Con hype, it's back. I just wish
Well,
the hype
also all
was
the
there for
leaks
the
and buzz
announcements.
around it, you know.
I
But
don't think the buzz is there. I don't think they're actually
What are
going
you
to announce
talking
it.
about? We've been
The
talking
buzz
about
is there
Comic Con
for
like
season.
I
last
don't
week.
think they're gonna. My expectations are low. I don't think you're gonna hear a lot of unannounced stuff there. I think it's gonna be Wakanda Forever, which is really good. I'm really looking forward to that. I don't think they're gonna make a lot of announcements that were in that leak.
You know, well,
Oh, yeah, I don't
You're not
believe
just
in
hearing
all
that
of it.
DC might have something big.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah.
about that one. I know about that thing,
What?
the DC thing.
Don't tell us.
She
Don't
can't
I'm
tell us.
not
sell.
gonna
She
say. I
literally-
can't. I literally
She
cannot
literally
say.
can't. She literally
Because
can't.
the person that told me, I told them I will not say. But just say. If
Wait,
it
there's
happens,
actually gonna be something DC.
if something happens, just wait.
A few
Yeah,
people
sure.
apparently know something.
Yeah.
Can't really.
Cavill's back! Woo! Restored.
No,
It's
it's not
that
what
kind
it
of
is.
information.
It's not.
if it-
It's not that. It's
Yeah.
not that. It's not that.
That's what she wants you to think.
It's really not that. It's something completely different. It's just gonna just wait.
All right,
That's just gonna. I don't know. I don't know if I should take.
I gotta shut up. New subject.
all right. Well, Comic Con's number 4. So number 5. I'll start number 5. The Munsters.
Wait, what about me?
You said Comic Con.
No, for number 5.
Well, I'm
You already
going
said
first
you said it
time.
earlier
I'm
when
saying
you were
the
out of turn.
Munsters. The Munsters seems like fun. My expectations are low. I think it's something fun to talk about.
Can I change my number 5?
You didn't
No.
give a number 5. Go
No,
ahead.
you
What's your
did.
number 5?
I don't number 5 yet, RJ.
Number
I don't
5.
think you know how this list works, RJ. Do you?
No, I
I
really
don't either.
don't.
It's
It's
okay.
kind of weird. I don't understand. I'm on the show.
Would you like me to explain it to you really quick, dude?
No, enjoy your White Castle. It sounds, I would be.
Jack in
Man,
the
I'm
Box?
hungry.
Jack in
Where'd
the
you get
Box.
White
Wow.
Castle from?
Yeah.
You just insult Jack in the Box? Damn.
I live in Nevada. There's no White Castle.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I want to change my number 5 to the Ripperverse.
All right, Brian, are you going to Ripperverse?
I'm sticking with Ripperverse.
I'm gonna rip
Okay.
the verse.
Ripper.
If you say Ripperverse 5 times, I'll
What?
report number 5.
Ripper.
No, Max.
Ripperverse.
Is it
Ripverse.
Beetlejuice with a candy man? What are you doing?
Wow.
Mine's the Munsters.
No.
Because
Why?
no one's going to vote for
You got to
CDs. I would go
justify
see
it though. Why? Why should we
It's
make
fun.
Monsters number 5?
It's going to be the next Morbin time. It's got the Mummy Was So angle.
No, one of
I
those
think-
movies
I
made
think
money.
people
The
are
other
gonna-
one's gonna lose money.
I think they know what they're doing with it. It's getting people talking, and you're promoting it. And
It's on
people
streaming, so we're safe.
people are more interested in it now than if it was just average and boring because they love a train wreck. But it could be a fun train wreck. And I love the original Munsters too, but I don't know what people are thinking. Like it kind of matches the only one I'm kind of disappointed is Herman. But other than that, it seems like it could be fun.
My number 5.
Monsters.
It's the Ripperverse.
It's neither of those. It's
Did you freeze?
that's number 5.
Wow.
What is it?
Wait, what?
It's
I'm confused.
no, I'm joking. Number 5 is Thor. Even though I haven't seen it
Okay.
yet. Even though I haven't seen it yet.
All right, Thor. That's a good one.
Because it's a big topic this week. Even though I haven't seen it, I've seen a lot of people. That's like I see a lot of people talking about Thor.
Yeah,
All
even
right.
people that haven't seen it and calling it the worst film of all time. Like that's so
Yeah.
tight.
Nah, it's
You're
not that
right.
bad.
It's not.
It's not a great
Well,
movie
no,
all
they
the time.
they were like, I'm not even gonna watch Thor because this is the worst. I'm like,
I'm happy to pay my ticket. I just
It's
was
really
like,
bad.
well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, but if you've seen it and you took the time and you don't like it, like, respect, you know?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yes. Respect your opinion because you actually have one.
That's a
Yeah.
trend that's going with movies that really needs to stop. And ironically, you bring up Morbius. Trust me, when we were promoting it, that before it even hit the theaters, before it even hit the preview screens, there were people burying it, hadn't seen 2 seconds of it yet. So now, if you saw Morbius and thought it was a mediocre or below movie, that's one thing. But that wasn't what the majority of what brought down a lot of it going in because nobody had seen
Yeah.
the movie yet. So a lot, and this has been happening in the last 10 years. It happened with Justice League, it happened with BVS. You get people in this mindset like they're getting a check from these companies and a jersey and a package, and they treat it like sports teams on Super Bowl
Yeah, they
Sunday
do.
instead of just going to see the movie you want to go see. You know,
I was like joking, like I would make jokes, but I always like when I really watch it, like I wanted Morbius to be a good movie, and then like I was feeling it until the whole you won't like me till you won't like me when I'm
Well,
hungry.
The ending of the movie was just so bad.
And then
It
it just like after that, it just kind of like
Actually, that is true. James Gunn probably does have some announcements. He says he's
But-
working on 3 DC shows.
but did they get announced yet? Though I don't know.
Not yet, though. No.
Okay.
I hope he takes on some major IPs. I hope if he takes on something, it's a major IP and not an unknown.
Like
I-
what
I-
kind of major IP?
I would
Well-
I wouldn't mind seeing him do one of the Trinity. To be honest with you, and before you guys jump out of your skin
Yeah.
about James Gunn doing that,
I like
just
James Gunn. I don't.
yeah. A storyteller
They
is
did
a
Green Lantern.
storyteller. Yeah, a
He's
storyteller.
very
is a
good at
storyteller.
cosmic stuff, you know, and
Well-
like especially outworldly things, like anything, you know. I think he would be good at that.
He's been done. He does what's been asked of him. But if a producer were to come and say, "Here, I need you to do this," just about any good director that's worth his money can make that transition. Jonathan Demme made Married to the Mob, and then made Silence of the Lambs. So a storyteller is a storyteller. So I would be interested to see him take on a bigger name IP to see where he could go with that. I mean, no more unknowns. They do unknown because if it crashes, it doesn't take down an IP with it. But I think, see have him use the storytelling aspects that he used on Peacemaker to a major IP. I would be interested to see that.
All right. Well, Ashley William? What's your number 5, DL?
Who's first?
William or DL, you can go.
All right. I would say Comic-Con, the alleged.
Well, that
hype for
already won.
Comic-Con.
That already won, though. Or
That's
that was
number
number 4. So
No,
you
but
have to
I'm
pick
on
something.
I'm on number 5. You said number 5, right?
See,
Well,
RJ,
but
you
it's already
screwed
been
it up.
But it's already
Hashtag
number
blame
4.
RJ. RJ knows how to play too. He's just
Okay, because I already gave
No,
you
I
4,
got confused. I thought I was just coming. I don't remember. I don't know what I'm doing.
so I only have
honestly
one
don't know
more
anymore.
5.
Okay,
Aw.
how this works.
as if
We
it
each not-
wins. Don't
basically-
nominate for the next one.
Basically, what you do is you stan a story until it gets picked. Okay? So you're only really picking one thing.
Comic-Con's already been picked.
Oh,
like,
so we're only
Oh,
picking.
okay, I
Okay,
see
so
what
we're
you
only
mean.
picking one thing, and we
Oh,
just
so
stay
I'm
with that and
forcing
hope it makes the
CBs.
list.
and then we
Yes.
vote.
Okay.
We vote, and then like mine, I've been voting for Better Call Saul since number 2. You know, and
But it made it
number
at 3.
3.
Yeah.
Now we're on
Okay,
number,
so
and
it's
then
like
number
that.
On
4
number
was
5.
your story, RJ. You came in and promoted, Comic-Con. So now we're on 5.
I think
And I don't
5
even
got a
remember
couple
what Caden said. I don't even remember what Caden said. I forgot
I
already. I'm
said
sorry,
Thor.
Caden. Thor. Okay, Thor.
Brian and RJ said the Ripperverse. Or did RJ say the Ripperverse? Someone else said? Okay.
RJ did.
I said the Munsters. So
So-
William, you have
What?
the Munsters. You have Alden Ehrenreich in She-Hulk. You have the Thing maybe being in. Oh wait, that's a She-Hulk.
You have Alden Ehrenreich and
TV's
Ironheart. The Thing
TV's
potentially being in She-Hulk. What was the other ones?
Ripperverse.
Ripperverse or Better Call Saul.
Better
Well,
Call
Better
Saul.
Call
already
Saul's
won.
already number 3.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, one of those is
Or Grace.
That's
Yeah, I'm gonna go
awesome,
with Grace.
Isaac. We
I'm
need
gonna
to
go
talk
with
about it, Isaac.
I'll go with Grace.
Okay.
But Grace good.
All right, Ashley. So
I
far,
kinda wanna
Ripperverse is
say
winning.
I want to say the Ripperverse, but I kind of don't. Because I feel like that's almost like, oh, WTF and like shock that it did so well. But I'm going to go with Thor.
Thor. There's 2 for Thor. So Thor and Ripperverse are tied. DL, you want to be a tiebreaker here? You want to go with one of those to break the tie?
Sure, let's go Ripperverse.
Oh,
That should have been the
Ripperverse
double
is-
shit.
No, I'm just kidding.
Did you
Oh,
really
I
think
already
I was
have.
gonna
The,
vote for
I already
Thor?
have the WTF, guys. We're good.
What?
No,
We
the
do?
Munsters is not a WTF. That's the best of the week.
That kind of is, but like that it is, but so was like the Ripperverse, but in a different way that like it just like blew everything out of the water, kind of like with its.
Oh wow!
Expectations.
Breaking news: Mr. Upset Emo. Oh, SHIT. Sesame Street is having riots. Oh no! Not on Sesame
Isaac,
Street.
It's not very good.
This can't happen on Sesame Street. Who
That-
started it?
My number 5.
Oh, hey, CGH. CGH is here for number 5. Did you want to vote?
What was it?
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, let's
I
just
just joined,
finish it up
so-
because he just joined. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
He'd be out of
Well-
context at this point.
Okay, so we'll
And,
do the
and I
recap.
already finished the image.
Awesome. So, this week's To the Max top 5
No, Isaac.
stories in entertainment, movies, music, TV shows, comics, Number 1, the Miss Marvel finale with the Queen Bee returning, Captain Marvelous. Yes. Number 2, Prey, the first image of the new Predator, and Dan Trachtenberg's comments. Can this revitalize a series that people thought was dead? Number 3, Better Call Saul.
Woo woo.
Excellent final season with a recovering top main star of the show.
Emmy nominated.
Emmy nominated.
Actors.
Yeah, Emmy nominated actors. Doing really good in its final season. That's great. You don't get a lot of finales even for some great shows. So that's also a blessing for entertainment. Number 4, Comic-Con is back without the hype, but it's back. No, people are hyped for Comic-Con this year. In-person Comic-Con. We will see if we get those juicy announcements. Shut up, Kelly. Number 5, the Ripperverse. Ripping into the
Rip-Off-verse.
Yeah, the Rip-Off-verse, although his logo could use some work. $2 million. Congrats.
Why is it called the Rip-Off verse? Why are you guys calling it that?
The Ripperverse. Props to the Ripperverse for making $2 million. That is substantial. Putting your money where your mouth where your money is. No, it's not. Come on, CJ. We got to be fair. It's gonna unless it is a scam. We got to be fair until it comes out. Everything points to him actually fulfilling and being more organized.
Comicsgate guys didn't follow through. What makes?
Well, he's doing it different. He says he's already printed stuff. So I'm not going to call him a liar until he's a liar. Now if he doesn't fulfill, then I'll
Now, CJ, that's not what we're here for this evening. We're not here to be negative. Positive. And the WTF this week. Yeah, dude, that MUNTSERS trailer. Come on now. Come on, man.
Garbage.
Come on, man. That was bad.
What's up with that?
Isaac. Ashley representing Better Call Saul. She got it number 3 on the list.
He wants to talk about Slippin' Jimmy.
I bought another one.
Slippin' Jimmy first appearance.
Oh,
no,
wow.
That show is bad.
All right, CJ has a show and tell. Get that full screen, CJ. Show us. That's an awesome
figure.
That's what she said.
Oh, wow.
I need to be stopped.
$29.95.
Don't end up like me, bro. As long as you can,
Yeah, you don't want to end up in a YouTube channel with a Dr. Doom mask at the age of 40.
Oh my!
Just kidding.
Oh wow,
bro!
I'm just kidding. Love you, Max.
Oh,
that was William. That wasn't me.
I'm gonna leave.
He's not even wearing a Dr. Doom mask. He's wearing the Ghost Rider one.
But the Ripperverse, right, Max?
The Ripperverse.
The Ripperverse. Ripper.
Okay. Well, that is where we will end the stream on MME, and we will continue this party on the lounge.
The link to the lounge here.
It's a party?
Copy pasta here.
Absolutely. Party every Saturday night. Positive.
Boom. There you go. Click that link in Max's chat and come on over to the lounge, guys.
And we will see you there for 20 questions.
Holy shit. I wasn't even watching Max's version of the stream. Oops.
Thanks a lot. All right, I'm ending stream. Go check out the lounge where the party continues.
There it is.
All right.